make a start. Okay, good morning, everyone. It's nearly 9. It's 9:35 now. I know some people still joining us, and some people emailed me to say that they will be a kind of couple of minutes late. But as long as this is recorded, and I will upload model with it straight away after I finish. I really need to mention something here about the support class and the time I invested to meet with all of you for something like 1 hour or 2 hours every single Thursday. So if you did not make it, at least watch the videos, because you cannot imagine, I disappear for 1 hour or attending a meeting for 1 hour or whatever, coming back, find a minimum of 200 emails from MA3 students asking the same questions that I addressed in the course in the videos. So yes, I'm happy to support students. I'm happy to help all of you, but watch the videos first and ask your colleagues first. And if you did not find an answer on those, you can email me, because some of the questions in the emails, it's by the time I open each one of them and read it and respond to it, so why on earth have I have done these support classes if I'm still receiving the same emails with the same quiz with the same questions? So I hope, because I did make this announcement today, because I know between now and the 21st I will receive more. I'm happy to receive emails. I'm happy to respond to them, as long as there is something that I did not cover in the support class or in the videos. Good luck, all the best. Having said that, I received some emails from some students asking very genuine questions and a very good kind of way of how to lead analysis, etc., etc. And that gave me an indication that they are engaging and involved in the coursework, pretty much, and enjoyed it. So good luck, all the best. And I hope you can see more submission on 21st, because as I said, I really need to give you the feedback on 2nd. So for those who asked for extension, I'm not really sure whether I will be able to mark and give the people who asked for extension the feedback on 2nd, because of course we are not machine, between 21st and 2nd. I do have Beasley and Hamilton and Lanarkshire to mark, both myself and John Ball, and I still have to moderate the other campuses as well. So this takes time, but I'm always, every year I kind of work hard, because I really need to give the students the feedback and the marks before moving and going to the final exam, to at least know where they are standing, what mark they have got, etc. So I hope this will be the situation, and I hope many of you will submit on 21st to make our kind of, to make a start in the marking. I think that's me for the coursework. As usual, I will share the screen, and I will start with our lovely quote as usual. So and take into account that you are struggling the same as I am struggling, and John Ball is struggling, and everybody is struggling in this time of the year, with higher education and with kind of approaching the end of the term, preparing for exams. We need to make everyone happy, and of course we need you all to pass. So I found this kind of talking about struggle. So it says, rivers do not struggle to flow, and you will never struggle to excel in life, because you deserve the best. So I wish you have you take this on board, and just kind of work on this kind of stuff. We have to, don't get me wrong. We have to. Sometimes we all have to struggle, and we went through a kind of stages of struggle in our life in terms of academic, etc. But the good thing is how you go out of that, and how you move straight away. I think I can see something in the okay. For those who needs kind of an extension, send me an individual email, because I really need to track all of those. So if you need something about, extension, the coursework, send me an email. But please, I don't want to finish this class and go to my email, find the 200 kind of emails asking for extension. I think if you can manage to finish the coursework on time, submit on time as at least something, get it out and finish it off, because you only have 4 days to prepare for personal tax. And the maximum I can give to anyone is by 28th or 28th. So between 25th and the 28th is still 3 days. So you will not do much. So I think focus on this. Now it's what date is it? Yeah, 18th. Between 18th and 21st is the same between 25th and the 28th or 27th. So it will be the same. Think about it strategically and logically, and I'm happy to do the best for all of you. Okay, let's share the screen, and then the topic is about just in time and just in case. I think before even sharing the screen, Jean-Paul, can you please put the link for Mentimeter on screen, please? So guys, excuse me, can you please mute yourself, all of you? Can you all mute yourself, please? So first of all, if you did not have a chance to look at the material, which is something I really noticed this year. Last year, students, they were very active, looking, watching videos, engaging with the material, preparing before they come. I can see that this year students are not the same, or students this year are kind of, they did not even watch the videos that they already on Moodle, and asking some questions. So please open the PowerPoint slides for just in time, and you will find some questions about why companies prefer to hold inventory. Avoid delay. Okay. Can deal with demand. Avoid delays. Okay. Satisfy customer needs. Meet customer demand. Great. More. Engage more, please. I do have 87 people in the call, in the meeting today, or in the class today. I can see only 16 or 17 or even 15 people engaging. Go on. Add more. Avoid shutting down. Advantage of discounts. Hedge against future prices. Saving time. Avoid delays. Price change. Reduce lead time. Fantastic. Add more, please. Yes. I really need to see the main things kind of highlighted in front of me, the main points: customer satisfaction, avoid delays, price change or hedge against price, take advantage of discount. Even if you repeat the same thing again, only half of you are participating, or even less. Even if you are working on a group, or even if you are attending the class as a group using one laptop, you can even use your phone, your mobile phone. You can use your phone just to access this activity and add something. Great. Save time, satisfy customer demand, discount, price change. Buffer against the unreliable production process. Yeah, I can see some people still adding some points. Okay, let's download the results for everyone. Okay. These are your answers. So why companies prefer to hold the inventory? As I think I mentioned this in the video, think about yourself when you go shopping. Why you prefer to hold to get something, to get more stuff of any item. It might be because of that. It might be because of you think that the price will change. It might be there is some discount. It might be you want to get more of this item because this item is really good. So all of this, anything that you are not 100% sure, think about it as a person. Think about it from personal point of view. And this can be implemented on companies' point of view, but on a kind of a bigger scale. So for example, for this one, why companies prefer to hold the inventory? Just a kind of to support just in case kind of methodology or just in case model. First of all, balance ordering setup cost and carrying cost to satisfy customer demand, satisfy customer need, avoiding shutdown from kind of machine like unreliable parts, late delivery, and buffer against unreliable production processes, take advantages of discounts, and hedge against the future price. And these are the main things. Let me save this, because if I did not save it, it will take me some time to do that. Okay, so this is, I started the video with explaining why companies prefer to hold the inventory, and they call it, researchers call it just in case. They prefer to hold the inventory. You buy more stuff of this item because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from their point of view, because they want to hold the inventory just in case this and this and this and this and this happen. But I will share the screen again, and I will explain to you the main thing about the difference between just in case and just in time. If you think, or if you have, by the way, if there is a question about inventory management in the final exam, it will be a kind of a theory only. It might be asking on why companies prefer to hold inventory, or this question that we are going to tackle today in the tutorial. Whatever the question is, if it is why companies prefer to hold the inventory, of course you have to mention the example that we already mentioned. And then if this questions appears in the final exam, the best thing is just to start to kind of answer that, to understand this blend layout better. because if you understand this kind of graph, the difference between just in case and just in time and traditional manufacturing layout is called just in case. And just in time, if you understand this graph, fully, you will be able to answer any question and to provide an answer for that. So even if we have a wee look, I will repeat again. I know that I've mentioned in the video and I explained it clearly in the video, but I will explain it again here today. So the plant layout under just in case, it's completely different under just in time, because under just in case, it has the companies has separate departments or separate segments or separate divisions, each division or each department responsible for one activity. So the raw material comes to department number one for all products. Say, for example, company produce 3-4 products. So the raw material, all the raw material has to go to the department number one to do some specific job. And once they finish, they put it in boxes and move it, carry it, and set up, and move it to the second department for another job. Move it for the third department for another job. Doing this kind of way, this is each time or each department, they have a setup cost and the carrying cost, because once the job has done for in department one for product A, they put all this kind of work in process or what happened in department one in boxes, and they put kind of a note that this is related to product A, move it to department two and do a specific job. Of course, unpack the package, do the job, back them again, move them again to department number 3, department number 4, until they become a finished goods. So because of course we are dealing with social science, researchers realize that there is a huge of waste here, waste of time, waste of resources, lots and lots of stuff. And this is why they moved to just in time. And even its name, this is just in time. That means they really wanted to save time. They wanted to save resources by, for example, they kind of produce or they do a cell. What is the manufacturing cell? Is a kind of a big room that the product arrive to this cell as a raw material, will never ever leave this cell or this room until it becomes finished goods or finished product. That means, yes.
I think you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay. So where do you want me to repeat?
I think it was the last minute or two.
Last minute or two. Okay. So did you all understand the just in case model?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I will start from just in time then. So for just in time manufacturing layout is I don't want to say the opposite way around, but it's a kind of companies needs to change the layout to have a big cell, or say it a big room or a big space. And this big space, the product arrive to this big space or this big room as a raw material will never ever leave this space until it becomes finished good. And that, of course, will save time, will save resources, and it change everything. So under this cell, there will be a different of machines, that each machine responsible for one job. But in this case, the employees, they don't need to back and unback because everything is still in the same room. And this, of course, having impact on employees, having impact on the quality, having impact on the zero defect, on the defect of products, because they can figure out everything under the same room during the process. So because of course you are all accounted. If we think we have the product life cycle is raw material, work in process, finished goods. So the raw material arrive to this cell and they do some kind of work during the work on process until it becomes finished good. So during the work on process, if something went wrong, they can fix it straight away. And this tying very closely with quality. tying very closely with kind of participation and the decentralization and engagement of employees. Because if you look at both of them, for example, just in case, yes, in department one, there is there is expertise on department number one, but this expertise, they cannot work in department number two because they don't have a clue what department number two are doing. Okay. However, under just in case, this kind of, under the cell, one cell, there is a multidisciplinary of skills. So employee can the employee in the cell understand what's going on in the cell. So if one employee is missing or absent or off sick, that means that they can work for each other. But in just in case, if one employee is missing in department number one, the company has to look for other employee that can do the job in department number one, because department number two has no clue what they are going on. So this is save time, save effort, focusing more on quality, under just in time, because everything has been done under one roof. They can fix straight away what went wrong and when, and go back and fix it without kind of costing the company too much money. So for anything about just in case and just in time, you have to think about this kind of graph. And the first one of them, and the first point of them, is the difference between just in case and just in time. I think even I've mentioned it in the video, but I will repeat it again. Just in case, it's a pull through system. Just in time, push through system. And I explained this about the fast food restaurant, McDonald's and the Burger King, etc. The trick, or the main point under just in time to be able to produce this just in time, is one main thing. They have to deal with reputable suppliers, because if the suppliers did not provide them with the raw material on time, that means they will be out of the business. So dealing with long-term contract with reputable suppliers under just in time. However, with just in case, there is many suppliers, because as you can see, there is hundreds of, not hundred, many departments, and that means that dealing with a number of suppliers for short time, some of these suppliers cannot provide everything on time. They can provide defect raw material that will lead to defect product, etc., etc. We talk about employees. We have talked about the total quality, and when it comes to cost, the direct cost is the overhead under just in time. It's a direct cost. We are allocating the cost because everything is under one cell. However, with the traditional manufacturing, or just in case, it will be a kind of activity based costing based on the activity that's supposed to be done under each department. Before moving and answering that tutorial question, I would really like you to answer the Padlets, to just kind of put what we have covered or what I discussed now about the difference between just in case and just in time into words. We start with the kind of what is the system, what is the employees, etc. So Jean-Paul, can you please put the link for Padlets for them on the chat, please? Thank you.
It's not copying properly. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, take your time.
There we are.
I have no idea where I am. Fantastic. Let's start just in case. High level of inventory are delivered. Okay, when we compare, when we compare between just in case and just in time, in the PowerPoint, I have already provided you with big table. This table, I have created it myself based on my experience and reading from books, etc. So when you compare, look at this table. Ties closely, just in case is not ties closely with the quality. Just in case is focusing on the traditional inventory model of quality. So let me see. Supplier delivers stock to be just in time, meet customer demand, improving plant layout, receive larger discount, production uses. Okay, push through system under just in time. Tie closely with account with quality is just in time. Okay. So I would really like to see in terms of system. Save resources. Okay, I think all of this is under the just in case, just in time. High inventory level, high amount of inventory, avoid delays in suppliers. Okay, replace with, okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. What else? Structure was matching. Okay. Yeah, I can see here some people putting pull through system. Pull through system is just in time. Sorry, just in case. Push through system is just in time. Raw material received just in time. Pull process, there is no stockpile. Product stays in cell. Okay, use more direct cost. Multi-skills labor. Fantastic system is difference between this and that. Increasing employee participation. Ordering when needed. Reduce time. This is really a very good discussion. Many suppliers, but when you try to look, when you wanted to do a comparison between both of them, try to look at what is the kind of the item of the comparison. So for example, this is when we do this, I think, can you see the screen of the
Yes.
PowerPoint? Okay. So when you try to compare between just in case and just in time, try to follow this kind of layout of the comparison. And of course, you will be able, I don't need you to memorize. I'm repeating myself again. I don't need you to memorize.
Abir, we can't see the PowerPoint. Sorry, I thought you meant the Padlet.
Okay. I will share the PowerPoint then. I don't know if something wrong with this. To be able to answer the question on a comparison between just in case and just in time, just kind of, again, I'm repeating myself, try to remember, visualize this kind of plant layout in your head. Again, I don't want you to memorize stuff, but just kind of, kind of a photographic memory of understand what is the plant layout under just in case and what is the plant layout under just in time. Basically, everything, everything under one roof, versus not everything under one roof. As simple as that. and then try to compare between both of them as a kind of, in terms of the system. This is pull through system. This is, push through system. If you don't understand the difference between pull through system and the push through system, I would really encourage you to look at the video and watch the videos again, because I explained them very clearly, the difference between pull through system and the push through system. Inventory effect, of course, basically, because we are talking here about inventory management, suppliers ever got just in time for just in time model. Because if the for example, think about McDonald's is fast food and they are depending on just in time. We are not saying that they have zero in their freezers or their fridges, but they have what they can keep them going for the very short period. And this is why they depending on the suppliers. So suppliers have to have a very long relationship and their contract, and they have to deal with reputable suppliers for a long term, because this is the key. If they don't provide them with the raw material, with a high quality of the raw material on time, they will be out of the business. That's it. But for traditional, they having under this kind of push through system, under just in case, it's the opposite way around, because they have separate kind of departments and they have many employees. They have to deal with great number of suppliers. Dealing with great number of suppliers for short time, of course, short time contracts, this will create problems, because some of these suppliers, they are not committed, they are not providing everything on time. Blank layout, of course, we explained what blank layout and what does it mean, etc. When under just in time, under just in case. Also, employees or the grouping of employees is really very important for you to understand, because if you think about what we covered last week about balanced scorecard, when we say training employees, they really need to know which training they have for under the just in time. They have to get some training on lots and a variety of stuff. Kind of this is why they call them multi-skilled employees. They have to go to be aware of lots and lots of stuff. And this is why time is kind of the employees are kind of more have more experience on support service setup and the prevent maintenance. However, under traditional, they have a specific expertise for each department. Because of course, under just in time, I'm repeating again, they giving them the chance or the opportunity for them to participate and they get more involved and they increase productivity and have impact on cost efficiency. However, in the traditional, they only focus on one department. For total quality control, under just in time, of course, they are looking for zero defect policy, or they are looking for 100% zero defect or 100% no defects at all. Under traditional, they can implement the acceptable quality level, because you will never ever kind of control 5, 6, 7 departments, but under just in time they can control what's going on one cell. For overhead or just in time, because under one cell it's very easy to kind of link going back to direct machine hours, because I will tell you something. It seems now we are kind of going back to kind of old methods and old models that for management accounting we used to implement only direct machine hours, direct labor hours. These are the only two things that we used to allocate. And then when it started to have with the increasing volume of companies and the increasing numbers, etc., they started to see, yes, there are some other activities that we have to allocate the cost to. And this is where or why activity-based costing started to appear in the market and companies started to implement it. Now they are telling us, no, activity-based costing is not good. We are going back to traceability, to the kind of direct cost. And this make more sense because you link to the machine hours or labor hours, not to the activity. Okay. So I will go back and this is, if you remember, these are the reasons we offered or we discussed at the beginning of today, why companies prefer to hold inventory. So to balance ordering setup cost and carrying cost, to satisfy customer demand, to avoid shutting down, to buffer against unreliable production process, to take advantage of discount, to hedge against the future prices. So this is what you have done, have you put in the Mentimeter, and this is what I provided you in the lecture notes. Now the question is, imagine that there are some kind of two groups. One group is arguing that just in case is amazing because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other people arguing that just in time is amazing because 1, 2, 3, 5. So just in time people saying, we can cover all these kind of advantages of just in case. So the question is, explain how just in time approach respond to each of these should be advantages of just in case. So of course, again, to answer any question related to just in time and just in case or the inventory models, because there's no any calculation in this topic, and if you have a question, it will be a kind of a sub question. So all you really need to understand why companies prefer to hold the inventory, and these reasons you have to have a justification for just in time to be the lead on the inventory model. That's it. So, for example, the first question is just to balance ordering or setup cost and the carrying cost. And the answer for that is just in time does not accept the setup cost or ordering cost, of course, because they are doing everything under the cell. Just in time instead attempts to drive this cost to zero through reducing the time it takes to set up and by developing a long-term contract supply. So the key in just in time, if you forget everything or under final exam situation and you wanted to mention one thing that link, stuck in your head was just in time, it's the long-term contract with suppliers and the zero defect policy, and it's a pull-through system, not push-through system. Because think about what happened in KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, when you go and order something, and even if you try to watch the video of McDonald's, you will be able 100% to answer any question because you visualize, and when you visualize, it's stuck in your mind. So again, suppliers, zero defect policy, time, and pull-through system. The second point is satisfy customer needs. To satisfy customer needs, how just in time will do that? It reduces, because just in time will reduce lead time, and which increase the company's ability to meet requested delivery dates, reduction of setup time, improving quality and seller manufacturing. So again, I'm repeating myself. If you have a question like this in the final exam and you don't know where to go, but the question is about just in time and just in case, tell the story and have, a bullet point of what is the features of each one of them and how each one of them comparing or contracting with each other. You will be able to answer the question. I've put the answers here, but this is not, I don't want you to memorize stuff. And I don't want to see if I got this question to see these exact words. Just from your understanding, you will be able to answer anything. Of course, just in case kind of supporters, they said we prefer to hold the inventory just in case, anything happened, the machine failure, defective material, unavailable material or assembly, late delivery of parts. But, a big but, if companies dealing with reputable suppliers and having a very long relationship with them, that they provide a very high quality of raw material on time, that's it. This will make everything, and then internal processes inside the company. So just in case can solve that. can solve that by contracting with suppliers for long time, by implementing a zero defect policy in everything. Unreliable production process are addressed by total quality management. So again, fewer and fewer defective units are produced. There is less and less need for inventory to be replaced, because if the company insisted that they will never, receive or accept any raw material unless it's 100%, that means it's a part of the process. That means that they will definitely be, be able to produce a defect-free product, because they have already a defect-free raw material, and the internal processes, machine, etc., they can work on it inside the company. Objectives of take advantage of discount is to lower the cost of inventory. However, just in time accomplish the same objective by negotiating a long term of contract. Just imagine, okay, I'm dealing with, for example, for myself, for Vodafone or for HSBC. They always, I was presenting a paper at a conference, and it was about, the engagement of customers and suppliers, the engagement of stakeholders in something. And the focus was the UK banks, the 4 UK banks, HSBC, and I can't really remember, but I remember HSBC. And then I realized that they are kind of giving advantages or giving the promotion for new customers. Sometimes if you join us today, if you open bank account today or whatever, you can get this and you can get that and the rest of that. And it came to my mind, how about the current customers? Are you punishing us because we are with you? And this is really, you have to think about it that way. Any company dealing with suppliers, because the company gives them a job for 15 years or for 20 years. So that the least thing that they can expect from them is some discounts. So every year when I'm upgrading or not upgrading, what's it called? Vodafone. I'm with Vodafone, and I'm buying my phone from Apple, and then kind of taking the network from Vodafone. And every time, what you want to do this, and again, you find amazing offers for new customers. But how about the current ones? This is something people who are working in the industry, please pass this message to the management. Let them think about current customers, not only the new ones. Just in time, emphasize long-term contracts, and this is again to affect the price acceptable and the quality level, and I think that's it. Okay, I think that's me. Again, to wrap up with the just in time and just in case, it's inventory models. And the inventory models is all about, this is our only 2 available kind of model that available. Now we are moving to just in time. I think just in time is really needed with everything, with even with kind of, if you think about, environment and net zero and all biodiversity and all everything that's, and even we get very sophisticated customers, because you as a customer, me as a customer, why on earth you accept a defect-free product? Why, if you see some offer in other companies, for example, when we used to travel abroad, back days, when you might spend some time to kind of look for the best offer, and you will go with the best offer available to you. It doesn't matter, you're going for holiday. Yes, the hotel is nice, this is nice, but you keep comparing, because it's if the company not providing you with something extra, why you are going to buy their product, whatever their product or service? Why on earth you do that? So because of that sophisticated customers, companies have to work hard and hard and hard and hard on that. I think that's me for the topic. I will open, it's 10:20 now, so I will open the floor for any kind of questions about the coursework. I saw that you submitted already, guys.
I wish, Jabir. I wish.
I will tell you something. Last year, my coursework was the first one. So I will try my best next year to be the first one to be submitted, and I will go back to group work. Honestly, I will go back to group work because group work, people learning from each other a lot. I saw the opposite way around because of the COVID and because working from home, etc. But I realized that some people, if you know someone from previous year or from college or whatever, you work with them already. So why not? Why not? We can, you can, because working with each other, helping each other a lot, specifically with this type of research. You wish it was a group work this year. Okay, I will take this on board. I will take this on board. So if you know someone who will join next year, tell them it will be a group work. Okay, someone wanted to ask me a question at the beginning, and I said, "Can you wait?" Where is he?
You mean me?
I say I can't remember the name, but I think somebody. It might be you. Yeah.
Me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Is it me?
Yeah. Go on.
Right. You see the course work?
I see the coursework.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Before you finish, before you of course, now you are in a kind of academic professional and you go for, academic, etc. So please, do not write the word C in the final exam because we are not talking here informally. Yes, now you can see, you see this, you see that. Yes, absolutely fine, acceptable, understandable. I appreciate that, but don't use it in final exam. Go on.
No, I don't. But the issue is I'm working with the vulnerable people. That's why I get that like that kind of word. You see, like what?
No.
Like,
Yeah.
they see it a lot. Right?
No, I'm not saying that you can use it in your routine, but there is a difference between kind of the normal language or language or the language we talk together informally and the academic language. This is
Okay.
should to be very clear for everyone. Of course, you can tell me, you see this, you can, this is you understand what I mean, and all of this is absolutely acceptable. When it comes to writing, you are writing, in academic proper language. This is my point. Sorry to interrupt you.
No worries. Right. And coursework appendix, biodiversity disclosure index, right? You want that in the final report, which we gonna like submit it to you, right?
Yes.
But you see here, like you disclosure item, and then you rate it from 0 to 3. Okay. Right. What I understood, like, you see, if company provide, like, there's categories here, right?
Yeah.
Company report on provision of education training delivered, right?
Yeah.
That's mean if the company explain very well in the report, right? How they give the training, how they finance training, how they do that, then I rate it a 3.
Yeah, I will tell you what I'm doing. If I'm investigating this art, if the company in front of me saying that we send the employees for training, we send something like 4 employees this year or 10 employees this year for training, and this cost us, say, for example, something pounds, I can see this is a kind of, a very informative sentence. They give me how many employees they send, they give me how much they spend. They might say that the training will go over, 6 months or 2 months. So they give me lots of information. But if they say, for example, we send the employees for training. Yes, they do. You can give them 1 for that. But the more information, the more detailed the information they provide, the more score you give them.
Right. that's my question here.
Okay.
Right. Then just I rate it here. I rate that category, right? Training, let's call it training.
Yeah.
I rate it, if they give me full information, right? I rate it a 3, then I just leave it. I don't have to talk about it, do I?
No, you have to provide, you know, the sentence that the company mentioned in the report, you can of this sentence and this called the quote. Put it somewhere, put it in, because I've received a number of emails. We don't know where to put the quote. Put it somewhere, but attach it with your coursework as appendix, but use some of these quotes or company sentences to support your discussion or your analysis.
All
okay,
right.
because I'm again, I'll be very honest with you. Previously, some people leave the coursework until last minute and then bring
Like
this kind
me.
of sheet and then 1, 2, 3, 1, no evidence. Got me?
I got you, yes.
I really need to see the evidence of why you scored the company 1, 2, or 3. I'm repeating myself. No marks will be deducted from anyone if I read the sentence and I think that this should be 2 and you scored 3, or this should be 3 and you scored 2. I will not mark it. I will not get any marks of anyone because of the wrong scoring. Okay, I need to see. I need to, for all of you to practice how to do research.
Okay, and if we score 0 just in the case where the company never mentioned anything about it.
Yeah, 0 is a 0.
Okay.
0 is a 0.
Right. Thank you, Abir.
You are very welcome. Can you just
Abir.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
Abir, see the comparative analysis.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, if I found 10 items related to the 10 item. Okay. Do I have to do the comparative for these 10 items?
Okay, I will tell you something. Now we have the disclosure index 52 items, right? 52, 53. I can't
53.
remember. 53 items. Your company, you did not find, you only find 10. Say 10. Okay.
Okay.
But you find some of the zeros. You find the zeros in the 2 years, right? So, for example, item CBA1, your company scored 0 in CBA1 in the 2 years.
Yeah.
You have to mention a sentence in the analysis that you start with company, my company or whatever, McDonald's or KFC or whatever, scored zeros in most of the items, in all the items or a number of items such as blah blah, and you are attaching the disclosure index in the coursework, so I will see it. But you have to write a sentence to say that, you know, companies not provide disclosure on a number of items. See the disclosure index in page whatever. Okay, and then start to provide a discussion about the items that they have any kind of scoring. Is that clear?
Yeah. So all the items that I found, explain about all of them.
Yes, explain about all.
Yeah.
About, you know,
over
talk
2
about
years.
them. Yeah, talk about them theme by theme. Yeah. So
Yeah.
for example, theme and you know, if you find that you are going to go over the word limit, take an example of some items that provide disclosure, you know, in the 2 years, and provide quotes of that. But the full thing or the whole thing of all quotes, I really need to see them.
Yeah, I know. I put the evidence in the Excel with the name of the company and the number of page.
Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
But
okay.
I noticed something as well. There is Excel in my page, in my UCAS page. The Excel is for related to the index table. It's for the number there is 1, 2 for over 2 years. Do we have to put these things, or we just put the sentence, the evidence? Like, do we have to create the same table that you've done in the Excel?
You have to put that, you know, you have to create the disclosure index again, 0, 1, 2, 3, and put the code under the column 1 or the column 2 or the column 3, or how would I know that this quote is related to 1 or related to 3? Do you understand what I mean? No?
No.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I think I really need to show you something from my.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay. I will show you here our project between me and Lee. So for example, we have decided to put everything on the Excel. See, for example, CBA1 for company, for Shell. Okay, in 2012, we organized the data that way. Okay, of course, but this is for 250 companies over, you know, the 3 years. But anyway, ignore that. So say CBA1, okay, in Shell, in CBA1 scored 1. We kind of put the quotes here. So it scores 3. And might be CBA3 and Shell scored 1. We put 1, but we put the quotes as well. Got me?
Yeah,
In
got you.
in your case,
but the table,
in your case, you don't have all of that.
yeah, but the table is not organized like that table you showed me.
I think I've put another cell on model that's organized that way. Go on model and check, because I think I explained it to you in one of the support session. I can't remember what, but I explained, and somebody emailed me saying, can you put the Excel on model? And I did upload model with this Excel ready for you. I put CBA1 da. Or you
Okay,
can put the same. You are only guys, you are only investigating one company. One. I investigated 250 over 3 years within a month, between myself and Lee, within a month, believe it or not.
You're freaking me out, Beer, stop.
So it's by the end of and I keep repeating the same thing over and over again. It's, you know, just there is no such a right way or wrong way in doing research. Do it the way you want. Organizing the data the way you want. Present the data the way you want. As long as you are kind of addressing what I mentioned in the marketing scheme, because I've received some very annoying emails 2 days ago saying, by the way, it seems some people still up until 2 days ago have not, you know, begged the company. And they said, my company doesn't have your content of disclosure index. I have decided to do it on climate change and the COP26. I said, this is not the content of the coursework. It's not. Because, you know, what I'm saying is, you know, you have to be, you can do it whatever you want in terms of presenting the data, but the core of your coursework is this index. This is the tool that you are using. You cannot pick anything else. Or it might be because, you know, in previous years, one student came back to me and saying, oh yeah, I don't like this environmental topic, whatever. I'm going to do a financial analysis. Financial analysis was part of the discussion. I'm only focusing on the financial analysis. I said, it's up to you, but you are going to lose more than half of the mark for that. So please go with disclosure index is your research tool, and follow the marking scheme, because this is what I'm using in marking. Both myself and John Paul, please, and other lectures and other campuses.
Abir, can I ask a wee question, please?
Of course.
I don't know, can you hear? So it was just to see for the index. So I've done all my scoring and stuff, but then for the quotes, like I've put my quotes in a separate table underneath.
Okay.
And I've obviously like referenced them and stuff. But for some of them, like for example, like maybe 1 and 4, I kind of think the same quote would cover the 2 of them.
I mentioned this again. You can use the same quote and they take a number of items. CBA 7, CBA 10, BA. You can do so.
Right, that's fine. So
Because
you just say like C quotation in.
Absolutely, right. Because some companies, they only talk about biodiversity in 2 pages, guys. Pages.
That's fine.
Do not convince me that you cannot analyze 2 pages. And I'm telling you, all of you again 100 times, you will not find most of the items. Don't go over and over and over and complicate things. If you don't find it, don't find it. Click 0.
That's fine. Can I ask as well? So see, like obviously you've referenced them, like I've referenced them in my table underneath. See at the end with the references, do I need to repeat all the?
No. In the reference, in the list of references, put the main company website only.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
You have only to include the main company website, www.mcdonalds.com.
Like just
that's I don't need hundreds of thousands of links, because if I allowed you to do so, you will get more mistakes, and it will be, and I will deduct more marks from you. Academic references and any academic references you use in the introduction or providing a definition of biodiversity or link between biodiversity and the businesses, do not forget to put them on the list and the references at the back. Plus one link to your company. One link.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
It's so simple.
Right. Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. Word count, what is the maximum? It says 1500. I don't want to say this in recording, guys. I'm not going to sit down and count how many words you increased over the word limit. Having said that, do not submit 5,000 words. I will be too busy doing marking and they need to moderate and they need to do everything between seconds. So do not submit 5,000, because I give you the opportunity. Tables are excluding from word count, and you can add appendix. Add anything in the appendix. I will scroll down. I will look at appendix. I will screen them. But the main thing I will read is the content based on the marking scheme. Clear?
Sorry, Abir, to make you so mad today in the morning.
That's okay. That's okay. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Right. Thank you so much, Abir.
You are very welcome. Anything else, guys?
Abir, Kevin was asking about the biodiversity index. If you scroll up a little bit in the chat.
Okay.
I wasn't sure, so I thought I'd leave that one to you.
Can you just skim over the analysis part to 20 more? Okay, anything. See, by the way, I'm using C, but this is informal discussion. Any way you think that this is a better way from your point of view to present your data, do it. But let me know how did you do it. So for example, here it is so absolutely fine, but just write a sentence, explain that this is what you have done. Because some students think that we can figure out. I have no time to figure out. Just give me everything very clear in a very clear sentence. In the methodology or at the beginning of the analysis, the big table will present it here, but some more details are in the appendix. So just give me one sentence. I can go, but instead of give me directions. Is that clear? Give me directions. How can I read whatever you have done? The more, I don't want you to waste your hard work. I want to look at. So do whatever you want, but just give me instructions saying, yeah, that I have done so and so. I have done Excel and this is already in that. I have put the one sentence. Even if you make it with red color or bold, just to kind of, you know, attract my eye to this. This will be absolutely fantastic for me. For some, Kevin, you asking to skim over the analysis. I think I've repeated this 100 times, honestly. But for the analysis, there is a difference between analysis and discussion. I wanted to make it clear here. Analysis is your own results. Discussion is comparison between your own results and previous years and previously. Okay, you don't have too much research to compare your results with previous. But of course, if you wanted to do so, some people last year, the best ever group, they have done so. They compared with all the references and they have done a comparison. Okay, analysis, you are presenting what did you find in your company. Okay, and then in the compare, and the second thing, compare between the themes, compare between the years, find a reason to compare. Of course, if you go back, and I think if you look at my last paper and compare with your own results with my results, this will be a huge big bonus, and I will be over the moon, and I will give you more marks for that. You know, it will be more easy for me just to sit down, and how many students we have? 250 companies for 2 years. You know, I should have done within 1 month. But honestly, I know you're struggling. I know that this is kind of the first time you involved in something like that. But you know, my experience telling me that people, when moving to 4th year, they thank me for that. We had a very big, you know, event with 4th year not last week, on Tuesday, and you can't imagine, I was over the moon meeting 4th year, still talking about the same examples and the way I'm teaching in MA3 and all of these amazing things that I know it's so stressful at the time, but you cannot imagine your learning curve in terms of research after you submit this open course, honestly. And by the end of the day, you really need to learn something new. You know, if I came into class saying, okay, management accounting 2, direct course and the indirect course, let's move to MA3, we'll move again to do active, you will not learn anything, you will not add value to anything. Again, do the analysis the way you think. This is your own baby. Do whatever. Present the way, whatever. Do the quotes in the way you like. But the only thing, 2 things very important this coursework. The disclosure index is your research tool, and the marking scheme, because I will go with the marking scheme to mark your coursework. On by the first, and there is a total column for each question. Do we put total for the 2 reports together? No, you put the total for each year, because this is something you compare with. For example, what is the aim of this coursework? You investigate the level of disclosure of HSBC or McDonald's, you know, and comparing between 2010 2020. So you get the total disclosure for 2010 for HSBC, and you get the total disclosure for 2020 for HSBC. And then you compare between the totals, and then you start to compare with the total per each team, for CBA1, for CBA, for this, for that. And then you can move on and compare between items. So totals is not the total. We are not adding the totals for the 2 years. We are getting the total per each year and compare between both of them. 53 items. So how to get the total disclosure? You have get the total disclosure 53 items, right? Okay, times 3, because this is the 3, this is the maximum score, because the disclosure score 0, 1, 2, 3. So 53 times 3, the maximum score any company can get 159. Okay, so see what your company got. you know, 15, 20, 60. I think the maximum score any company got up until now from all my previous kind of, you know, analysis or investigation, etc., not more than 70 or not more than 60 something out of the 159. Again, where I get this 159, 53 items in the disclosure index times the maximum score, which is 3. See what this you will get you. So your company HSBC in year 1 gets 60, in year 2 the second year 65. That's improvement in the disclosure in general. Or they might get what 70 in year 1 and 65 in year 2. And if you do so, you will be able to find a base for comparison. Is this clear? Okay. No, Jacqueline, you have put a link to my Excel work with the quotes. So you are not including the quotes you put in, or you put both?
I've copied the disclosure index that you've done, and I've put a score, like I've put the X in whatever it's scored that year. So I've added that into my Word report, and then at the bottom of that is a link to the Excel, because I couldn't get the Excel. So that's of the specific ones, like CPA1, CPA10, and that's where my quotes are. So it's just in a link. But I took from what you said earlier, if I wrote at the top of that, please see the attached link.
Please, because honestly, I have, you know, just imagine, I'm doing the same thing for over 250 kind of script or paper. It will be, you know, the more clear you are, it make it very simple to mark, and you will be easy to secure all the marks.
That's fine, thank you.
So you do it for yourself, not of course for me, but you do it for yourself as well.
I just don't want you to miss it.
yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
Okay, what is about the work on that? Could you send a link to the report you done on all the companies on this? No, I cannot send you. This is my data for my research. I cannot put all my data. That's, you know, part of my research on model. I cannot do so. I did give you an empty Excel, and I've put CB1, CB2, CB3. I cannot put that because this is not only my work. It's some other people work as well. It was joint project. And can I just clarify? I have put it CBD and CSR in my quotes, which I need to repeat this in references part of leave out the page number or leave them out. Okay. Can I just clarify? I have quoted. No, I think I've mentioned about the references. You don't need to repeat all of them in the reference. All I need is just, you know, the one thing about the reference. Your main company website. No, 2,400 is too much. Too much. Put some of the content in appendix, please. You are very welcome, Elizabeth. Put some of the content in the appendix. Guys, tables excluding from word account, appendix excluding from word account. It's very simple. So please, yes, 1,500 is the word account. I can accept 1,600, maximum 70K, but 2,000, etc. will be too much. Because remember, I have to read all the appendix as well. Okay. Okay, before I leave, do the same thing, the poll for today, please.
Abia, sorry, can I just ask one more quick question?
Yes, of course.
So see when I'm doing my title page, if I'm taking a photo from like the internet, just to put on it, do I add like the website and my
Oh, no.
So that's okay to just put
both lovely photos. Just
that's what I was wanting to do.
Yeah, I will make me more, you know, feel more happy.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Yes, appendix for anything. You can write whatever in the appendix. It's not only for table.
Oh no, it's no, Nasima, it's not like you don't need to add a picture. It was just for my title page. I wanted to put a wee nice picture on it.
You will put everyone. You put me in trouble.
I know, I
People will ask,
shouldn't even have
what photo
said.
are you-
Sorry, I just had more
No,
confusion.
basically, she wanted to kind of, feel better and add something at the not the page, the front page, the photo of environment or whatever. So I said yes, just add photo, but it's not mandatory, guys. It's not mandatory. Okay.
Thanks, Abir. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. Bye now. Bye. Before you a little bit say about I say, guys, go and watch the videos. I've mentioned everything: conclusion, recommendation, methodology, introduction, everything on the videos. So go and watch the videos, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you
bye.
so much, Abir.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Thanks, John Paul.
Bye bye.
Bye, Abia. Thank you.
Bye. Bye bye.
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 Bye, Javier. Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye.
William, Shiraz, Alicia, Callum, Dylan, you got a question or? All right. But if you do have a question, just email it. I'm going to pop you in the waiting room now.
They're not here.
No, they're not there. Oh boy, that was a tough class today, huh?
Do you know, because you are not attending the support class with me, John. All of this, I covered them 100 times.
I know it's frustrating, isn't it? You know, you can tell them a million times and they still don't check it.
Because they some of them don't attend, and they say, okay, can you record and put it on Moodle? I record, but it seems for me nobody watched this recording.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, okay, it's I have no time to kind of watch here for 1 hour talking. I will send her an email.
Yeah.
All the emails kind of, this is why I made it clear. If I find any email kind of addressing any point already in the videos, I'm not going to answer. I have no. We had a 4th-year event on Tuesday. All the mobile was with me, but we were busy. 350 emails, believe it or not. Not all of them MA3, but most of them the same silly questions like that. And most of all these questions are repeated questions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what can you do, It's seems to be one of those things when you're lecturing, the students just they aren't that interested some of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so unbelievable, so difficult actually to deal with them.
It is.
So,
especially when it's crunch time like this. I think we all get a little bit stressed, don't we? Yeah, I do as well.
So hopefully everything will be fine. Hopefully.
It'll be fine. I mean, you answered all their questions fine, so I'm sure they'll know what they're doing. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's absolutely fine. No class next week. Oh, I forgot to mention. So no class next week because we have a personal text class test. So I will resume in second.
Yeah. Okay. So nothing on next week then. All right. So I'll catch you around then a bit.
Okay. Bye bye.
Have a great day now. It was a fantastic class.
Thank you.